Hi guys. Oh god, this week was a lot. I did a lot of sleeping. I had a lot of things to do, but I'm so grateful that it's over and now routines can come back to the way they were. This week we traveled a lot. We went to different places. We had parties. It was just a lot, and I'm gonna show you how this week went. Let's see how that goes. This week I'm trying to work out for like 3 to 4 times because there will be a lot of movement, traveling. And so I didn't go to my gym membership, the place where I have a gym membership, because I had a lot to do. And I had like 45 minutes to work out in the gym, and it was leg day kind of, and I just started with hip thrust. Those days when you don't really have the energy, but you're just like pushing. So today was one of those days. I just had to push myself. Because I had to do some stuff in the house. I had to make lunch for myself and my husband. I had to get ready because we were going to go out on a party. We had a party, so my husband's friend had invited us for his wife's surprise birthday party. And even though my husband was preparing for a competition, this is friend, they're like, cool, and he already agreed. So we had to travel that same day we had to travel from Toronto to Vaughan. It was like a 1 hour journey, and so plus we had to eat and prepare and pack because the next day was actually my husband's bodybuilding competition. And guys, when we got to the place, it was all vibes, and it was so nice. That the whole decoration was so beautiful. She didn't know her husband had planned her this birthday, but like her other friends, because I know her through my husband, and I think the last time I met her was in December 2024 at their wedding in Lagos, because we literally got married the same month. Like, let me just say, we got married like 2 weeks apart or 1 week apart. So our wedding was first week, theirs was like second week of December. So guys, we arrived at the place. We waited for them. My husband wanted us to go very early because he didn't want us to go there late. Like, he wanted us to be there on time so we can do the surprise. See, at this time, we just kept waiting for the birthday girl to come, and then she finally came in with her husband, and we surprised everybody, just because I couldn't really see. Even if I was wearing heels, there were just people everywhere. And one thing about this girl, we went for her birthday, she's very bubbly, very smiling. She's always she's just a happy girl. Like, she was just vibes and vibes. We had a good time, and it's just one of those places where you're with Nigerian people, because lately anywhere I go, I figured I'm like the only black person there. I go for reformer, I go for Pilates. I have a mentorship program I'm going for right now, and most all the times, like, I'm the only black girl in the room, and like, so it just felt so good to be amongst people that look like me, black people, lovely people. You know, it was just so beautiful to stay with Nigerian people, you know, Nigerian food, Nigerian cuisine, Nigerian. So see here, my husband was trying to introduce me to his friend again, but we know each other, but like, he's very funny and all that. So guys, I just really liked being here. I enjoyed the party. It brought so much memory, just like the way we used to do some things like back when we were in Nigeria, the way you do parties. It was such a good time, and I loved being here. And the highlight for me was the small chops, the jollof rice, the fried rice, all the food, because my husband was preparing for a competition, so everything he couldn't eat, I was the one eating it for him. It's not like I eat too much, but like I have sweet tooth, and I really like Nigerian food, and you know, and all that. So here, the thing I really enjoy here is their gluten-free food. Like when they do vegetable salad, like they have lots of options, like so much option I really enjoy. But if it's like their main foods are really junky, they are not so healthy. But when it comes to salad, I like it. So guys, at this point, we had sat down, we had danced, we had taken some juice, some small chops, and we were just being entertained by the MC, and we were really having a good time. Guys, as you can see, I have done justice to this food, and eventually my husband had to settle for some proteins, like he had chicken and beef. Me, I had everything because I don't get competition, and I've been craving for all these things. But it's not like I cannot make them. I can actually make them. We have everything to do them in the house. But right now, it would be so nice for me to cook and my husband and I eat. Right now, he can't eat rice. He has stayed away from rice for 3 months. He has stayed away from bread. He has stayed away from so many food because it's a bodybuilding competition. So he needs to stay in a good shape, hence why it's not fair for me to cook them and eat them alone. So I'm, you know, as a supportive wife, I'm staying away from carbs too, and just helping. I'm eating very little carbs, but my husband is staying completely away from it until after his competition. Guys, let's get right back into the video. Guys, we played Pop the Balloon. Like when I tell you, I was literally entertained at Ola's 30th birthday party, because the way they were just doing rubbish in this thing was so funny. So guys, let's just hear a few of the clips.
Okay, so the last one was, you know, so we can do these two ladies. Now, which one of them do you want to pick based on what they said? Which one do you want to pick? Which one do you want to pick? Which one do you want to be? Is it surprise? So that's why she's what you want to pick. Ladies and gentlemen, let's give up. Carry your girl. I just don't like people with skin here. I like doing properly. I don't put this on for trouble. I said these ones around, but this one not correct sounds tonight. Don't worry, it's okay. Just tell her baby you look beautiful tonight and it's okay. That's all. So now we have three some young men. Are you ready for this one? So now I want you to ask each and every one of them one question. You invite to very girl. You invite to very girl. So just shake the body. Make sure you're dancing tonight. Make sure you're dancing. Look around. Say, I will say, hey, say. Everybody. Say, I will say, hey, baby. Say. 1, 2, 3, that's what I'm saying. You don't need fire, don't need. So all the background shows been eliminated. Sing, let's go. Excellent. I like that goosebumps. Ready, It's the right song, everybody's your 30th birthday anniversary. Ladies and gentlemen, on the count of 1, 2, 3, show us happy birthday on us. 1, 2, 3.
Guys, at this time it was time for us to go home. We danced, we ate, we congratulated Ola, and it was time for us to go home. The next day we're back at the gym again, working out, and today was my upper body day. I had to do some back exercises, and for me right now, working out has been a way of just, taking care of myself mentally and physically, and every single time I overcome my laziness, it's so at the end I feel so good. So fitness and content creation lately for me with my mentorship program, like I said earlier, has been a lot of things for me to do. But guys, I really like it. I know I have a lot of time on my hands now, because I know in the coming weeks I will not even have time to be this luxury of staying in the gym for like 1 hour or 2 hours. I might not have it, so I'm just using it and enjoying it now. And it's a blessing. My husband always tells me that the fact that we are strong, we are young, we have the ability to use our body to work out is a blessing. There are a lot of people who are healthy, who look like us, who look like they're healthy, but mentally they might not be able to bring themselves to the gym, or people who are like physically weak or sick. And every single time he always tells me, when you do this, you take care of yourself and you appreciate God sees you, that you're taking care of your body both mentally and physically. So every time I get the opportunity to go to the gym, I'm always so grateful. Yes, it's not easy. Yes, it's not something that everybody want to do. It takes discipline, but I'm grateful that I'm able to take care of my body, take care of my mind. And now that I have all the time, I like my mentorship program gives me some days off and gives me some days on. So when I have time to work out and just, listen to good music and be present and just enjoy myself. I don't take it for granted. And like I said, we had a lot of activities, and I would not have the luxury of, coming to work out, because I just want to be where my husband is. I want to support him. I want to be there and cheer the loudest for him as much as I can. So that is all we're about this week, and having a good time afterwards, and just enjoying and being present in the moment. As I said earlier, today is Friday, and it's the day before my husband's competition, and we just arrived at the hotel. We went for registration for his height, because in bodybuilding and the category he's doing like men's physique. His height and his body weight usually used as standard. There were a lot of protocols that you have to pass through. So there were registrations, there were body weight measurements, there were souvenirs and gifts. Here they were giving him an extra large t-shirt for all the competitors, and my husband really liked this kind of t-shirts, like anything cotton, anything big. That's what. Here we went to the next one, and they were taking us to. He was asking him if he had gotten his gifts and all that, and they also checked, and then the lady she had to now change to a different t-shirt for him, and we had to go over to the next place for his tanning. So they have to do tanning because the tanning helps them in making their muscles show more. And guys, this is actually so fun. So after they got their gifts, we went into the hall where they were going to use for their competitions. They were like, everybody pay attention. Me, I know they compete, but I just wanted to obey all the rules. I was not competing, but I didn't want to film. I didn't want to be rude. So they told them what they were going to do. They told my husband's class, every other person's class. They told them when they were going to finish. And after they did that, we went to the front stage. My husband was really excited because he had been training for this thing for over 4 months. Like, guys, since I came here, my husband hadn't eaten bread, he hadn't eaten rice, anything carbs. He stayed away from it for over 3 months. And guys, we were right at the front stage, and it felt so my husband is so funny. It felt so good. He's exhausted, he's tired, but at the same time, he's like, okay, this thing is going to finally end, and this is the hall that they were going to use. It was exciting for me to see all the hard work he had been putting in. It was going to finally come to an end the following day, which was Saturday, and it was just a time for us to all the hard work he did was paying off, and I'm just excited for what he was going to do the following day. He was tired, he was exhausted, because you remember the previous day, which was a Thursday, we had gone for a party, so and all that. The following day, being Saturday, we got up so early in the morning because my husband's tanning, his second tanning, was going to be at about 5 a.m. and his competition was going to start at 8 a.m. So my husband's close friend came to the house, he picked us up, and he drove us all the way from Toronto. To Mississauga, because that was where the competition is, and it just kind of took the stress off us because we don't want to use. It's not like the public transport. The public transport there is very good, but it can be slow, and my husband doesn't want any process where he has to sit down for so long. So it was just like a 30 minutes drive from our house. So he came very early in the morning. Shout out to him because he's such a good friend, he's such a kind person, and he was there. He was there with us even all through. After he dropped us, he went back to work, came back to the competition to watch with other of his colleagues, and it was so beautiful because this was early hours of the morning. We got into the hotel, and straight up, we're going straight into the tanning room so my husband could go for his tan. And by the way, shout out to this hotel. This hotel is so beautiful. It's so beautiful, it's so big. Like, they had lots of hallways and where you could sit down, even competitors and their families. It was just like, how do I say, it was just up to standard the way everything was handled. As you can see, this is early hours and we just walked straight into the tanning area. Anyway, there were not supposed to be any videos here, but I just tried to squeeze a little one for you guys. And you see, everywhere is kind of like tapered with plastic because they didn't want the tan to soil the place. After my husband was done with his tanning, we went to the backstage to see where they were going to come out from. See, as you can see, you see the way his neck is, you can see the brown things they poured on their body, and then he saw the stage, saw the lights, saw where he was going to go from, where he was going to come back to. So it was just more like sightseeing, and me, I was just doing follow because it was so early in the morning. I wanted to sleep a little bit more, but at the same time, I just wanted to, support. So after we saw the backstage, we walked back and it was ready to chill. Hi guys, we are at the hotel lobby now. We have registered. Edwin has done his tan and all that, so we're just going to wait now to see when the doors open. It's about 6:40 something now. Yeah, 6:21. So we're gonna wait till like 8. So we're gonna just chill and keep you updated. Bye. I just finished having breakfast. My husband is so thoughtful. Instead of him to focus on his competition, he was like, okay, I'm waiting in the lobby and that I was going to need breakfast. After I had breakfast, I waited. He had gone to stay backstage, so I had to go inside, got my tickets, and then I had to go inside to see what was happening. I walked up from the lobby all the way to the first floor where they were having the competition, and there were other categories of bodybuilders and there were a lot of things. So when you go in, they'll check you, like they have an entrance and an exit. So this was the entrance. They just saw my ticket type I bought on my wrist and they allowed me to go inside the hall. When I got inside the hall, the men's, what they call this thing again, the men's classic was going on, which is basically the one where men wear all them panties and they check for their back, they check for their legs, they check for their glutes. After waiting for a while, it was almost my husband's set. I was so nervous. I needed to just calm down, go to the front and cheer him up when I see him. So guys, my mind was beating, but it was time.
Turn and face the back.
Yeah, come on, buddy. Hit it, Jamal, hit it. There you go, open up, Jamal. Nice.
Turn and face the front.
Yes, Jamal.
Hey, baby, open up more, open.
Right on, Jamal, come on. Yeah, Jamal. Breath out, breath
Turn and
out.
face the back one more time, gentlemen. No need for the bicep shots.
Come on, Jamal. There you go, Jamal. Right on, Jamal.
Open up, chest
Turn
up.
and face the front.
You got this, you got this.
There you
Thank
go.
you, gentlemen. Great job.
Whoa.
And let's welcome our next group of 5 competitors to the stage.
Let's go, come on, you got this.
Jamal Fisher. 12, Sanjay Nair. And number 113, Kane Yao.
Yeah, come on, let that press out.
Bit. Come out a bit.
Stay confident,
Sit
come
down
on.
on your biceps. All right, let's go. 67, 112, 129, 131,
Yeah,
133,
come on, let's
139.
go. You got this.
Yeah, come on, you got it.
You got this, come on. Squeeze in tight. Come on, babe, you got this.
Yeah, you got the ball. Yeah, come on.
133, 67, trade places.
Yeah, come on. Stay confident,
Squeeze, come on.
There you go. Press out the
You
ball,
got
press
this.
out. Oblique the ball, there you go.
Squeeze in tight.
129 and 139, trade places, please.
Yeah, come on. You're like a statue, Jamal.
Come on, you got this. Keep holding tight. Squeeze.
Yeah, Jamal.
You got this. You got this.
Turn and face the back.
Open up, Jamal.
Open up more.
Hit it, Jamal, hit it.
Open up, yes.
It's your stage, Jamal, it's your stage. Let press out, Jamal, open up.
Turn and face the front.
Squeeze.
Yeah, Jamal.
Squeeze.
Come on, Jamal. Press
Harder,
out.
harder.
Yeah, Jamal. Press out, Jamal. Come on, buddy.
One more time, gentlemen. Turn and face the back.
Jamal, open up.
Come on.
It's your stage, man. Come on. There you go. Jamal, shoulder, shoulder. Open up.
And face the front.
Come on, Jamal. Press out, Jamal. Press out. Come on.
Great job, gentlemen. Terrific group. You can turn and file off.
Well done.
We were done with that session. My husband had changed, and it was time for other people that were, also competing. And guys, I just had to take note of this ladies' competitions, and this ladies' competition was a little bit overly sexualized. I like the way the men were doing their own, just straightforward chest, this, that, but these women, it was so sexualized. They had to check their glutes, check their hamstring, check everything. You can see the lady in the middle. She's so good at it. And I think she eventually won her category. And it was really fine the way they were doing it. But this is just my opinion. I feel like the ladies' own is too sexualized. It's too, I don't have the word to say, but altogether, this is what they have been working for the past 1 year. And I know that it's a lot of work to get where they are, to get your body dried like this, your abs, your everything. I know it's a lot of work.
Yeah. Let's go.
In fifth place, number 129, Omatsui Upo.
Let's go.
In fourth place,
got
number 67, Karen Versing Bueller.
Good job. That's nice.
In third place, number 112, Sanjay Nair. In second
Well
place,
done.
number 131, Jamal Fisher. And your winner, number 133, Chidera Opala.
Good job.
Gentlemen, let's get those hands up in the air. And just the athletes now, gentlemen, your front pose. And just the winner now.
It was so wonderful to see all his hard work pay off. Out of like 12 people, these were the top people in the category. He's a top 5 and he's now qualified for next year's Natural Canada Bodybuilding men's physique category. So guys, it was really nice. It was really nice, and it was time for us to go home. Guys, at this point, my husband's friend, somebody from their gym also came along, for us to go take pictures. So we went out, took pictures, came back to the hotel lobby. We were so excited.
Thank you so much, guys.
You can exit from here. Oh my god, it's so cold.
Yeah, I know. I think I've been indoors all day. Wow.
You've been indoors. Step into the freedom.
For 14 hours? Yeah. That's crazy. That's true because we did the time by 6. Yeah.
6.
We got here before
15
6.
hours.
Yes, we got here at 5:50 actually.
Wow, 5:50, so it's like...
Man.
Tomorrow you're gonna sleep until...
Oh,
I
man.
hope you don't have a...
No, we're not going anywhere tomorrow. When we wake up, we just enjoy ourselves.
Get home first thing, get this tan
Off.
It's gonna take time, right?
No, it's gonna. Well, it'll take probably 1 hour to get everything out. Then the next week, so yeah, I have to shed everything out.
Guys, we're done with the competition. We've been here since 5:50 a.m. Now we're going home. My husband's we saw that plane passing by us and we just got it. So guys, we're going home now. We're gonna eat whatever we want and we're going to rest. Good night, guys. It's been a long past week.
Take care, buddy.
We got into the car and I was so happy that everything is finally over. We can go home, we can have a good bath, we can sleep. Like my husband said, he wanted to have dates, he wanted to have that. But at the same time, as somebody who has stayed away from those kind of things, he cannot really eat everything. He has to gradually learn how to eat heavy again and all that. So guys, we were heading home. We were so excited. All the hard work paid off. We had a good time. Even if at some point we were nervous, But, everything went well. It went as planned. We are qualified for next year. And next year, my husband is coming with a kind of vengeance. He wants to get to that number 1 spot. He wants to be able to put in more work. He wants to see how far he can push himself. This is something he's passionate about. This is something he likes. And I'm just here to support him and just be there for him. True to my husband's words, when we go home, we had firehouse stops, and these ones were fire. They are made with bacon and beef and all that. My husband was already devouring house. So this was his, and this was what I had for dinner. The next day was Sunday. We were so tired. We didn't go anywhere. We slept. The following day was Monday. My husband's friends had called us to come and eat gari, jollof rice, stew, everything. See, they ordered Uber Eats for him to eat, and this was his first time of having swallowing over, I think it was since last year December. This was 8 months or 7 months since he had gari, so he was just excited to see the food. And after that we just all slept, got tired, watched television, and we went back home. Thank you so much, guys, for sticking to the end of this vlog. Remember, I post one vlog every week, so do not forget to hit that subscribe button, like this video, tell me what you think about this video, and I'm going to see you in my next video. Bye.